Today you're going to do a Skittles, or I'm going to do a Skittles experiment, and you guys are going to watch. Now, if you have this stuff at home and you want to try the experiment with parent supervision, you can do that. As I go through the experiment, you're going to have a Google slide doc that you are going to need to add a few things in while you're doing the experiment. So first of all, the question with this experiment is, do the Skittles dissolve faster in hot water or in cold water? So right here I have a cup of cold water and I have a cup of hot water. You can see my pot on the stove. I actually did boil the water and let it cool off a little bit, so it is hot. The first thing in the scientific method after asking a question is to form a hypothesis. Hypothesis is usually an if-then statement. So you need to do this on your slide. It says, please fill in the blank and fill in why you think that after the because. So in the red, it says, if I dissolve Skittles in warm and cold water, then they will dissolve faster in blank water. So you're going to put warm or cool water because, and then you're going to have to type why you think that after the word because. Now I have on the counter, my first step in my procedure after I've made my hypothesis is to fill a cup with 300 milliliters of cold water and another cup with 300 milliliters of warm water. Now normally I would use a graduated cylinder to measure, but my big one is at school and I just have this one that is 100 milliliters. Now remember, when you're reading a graduated cylinder, you look at the bottom of the curved line, which is called the meniscus. But since I didn't have my really big ones at my house, I had some of my measuring cups from school, and they also have milliliter markings, so you can see they are filled to 300 milliliters in those. After you get your water, you're supposed to drop a Skittle in each cup at the same time and start the stopwatch. You have to stir both of the cups with a spoon and continue stirring until the candy dissolves. Record how long it takes each Skittle to dissolve, and then we have to repeat this 2 more times. Now, you are going to need to write down the times for the cold and the warm water cup, because you are going to have to fill in this table of how much time it took on the 3 different trials. So if you want to click over to that page in your slideshow, or if you want to just have paper to write down. So I'm getting ready to do this. I'm going to go ahead and get my timer pulled up on my phone. I have my lab assistant who's talking to her father in the video. This is Faith. She's in 1st grade. I'm going to use 2 different colored Skittles, if I can pull 2 different colors out. The red ones and the green ones usually work really good. Alright, so you're going to stir the cold one or the warm one, Miss Faith? The cold one. Alright, so we're going to drop them at the same time, and we've got to start our timer. So you're going to drop the red one, I'll drop the green one, and we're going to start the timer. 1, 2, 3, go. Now we got to stir, so help stir. Now if my videographer, I don't think that's the right way to videographer, will zoom in and let you guys see what is happening in my warm water cup and Faith's cold water cup. You should be able to see some of the color coming off of the Skittle and a little white ball. Faith's color has not come off quite as fast. Hers still looks a little bit pink. You have to draw this or write what happened in the Google slide when the Skittle was dropped in the water and it was being stirred. So take note of what's going on. Mine's getting very small. they'll see you have a candy in there.
Get it to go.
Now, if this was at school, Faith and I would have a bunch of people to help us stir. It gets tiring after a few minutes. Kind of like making fudge or something at Christmas.
I kind of want some chocolate fudge.
Oh, it's a little tiny piece.
Mine is getting small.
I figured mine would be gone by now because that's pretty hot water. Maybe the cold's gonna win. You see the little tiny piece down in there. There's a tiny little speck. Alright, this one's pretty much gone. We're going to say 437. We've got to get the one in the cold water gone.
To stir. I see a tiny bit.
Okay, we're gonna count it as gone at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, we have to do this 2 more times, but I'm not gonna make you watch 2 more times because that would take about 30 minutes of your time. So we're gonna do it here in our kitchen and I'll let you know the results on Schoology. Bye.